But yeah, super low.
Yep.
You can feel that instantly, and coming down the driveway and stuff, you obviously got to be somewhat smart about it.
Right, everybody, welcome to this extra episode from Moving Our World. This is kind of the behind the scenes that was recorded with Andrew and his Honda Type R, the DB8 four-door Type R from 1999. If you just want to hear our conversation that we had in the car that wasn't on the original video, then this is it. So nothing more than that, nothing less. If it's a bit boring for you, then wait till the next episode. But yeah, behind the scenes, basically. Have a listen. I'll throw all the extra footage over the top I can. And yeah, that's basically two guys that kind of knew each other on the internet for a long time, but didn't actually hang out for a long time. And this is what happens when they meet and talk about a car.
But no, it just feels nice to be in. I love being hugged by these seats. I'm not used to this. I don't drive anything remotely sporty, and to be honest, I sold my only four-wheel vehicle nearly 2 years ago now, so I don't have kind of a daily thing. Well, I don't have a four-wheel vehicle that I'm used to, and so like even things like I only just got a Bluetooth headset in my helmet about 3-4 months or 6 months ago maybe, and that's been like, wow, music. I remember what that's like going to work. I hadn't listened to music because I usually listen to it on the commute, but I mean you commute on the bike too, so
that's right. I mean I can sometimes go 2-3 weeks without driving this, and then when I do, sometimes it's like a 15-minute drive just to keep the battery charged,
yeah,
and things like that. Other than that, yeah, I'm on a little 50cc scooter,
yeah,
and I live a couple of k's from work, and that's most of it. And then we're driving an SUV, which is like the complete opposite of this.
Yeah.
And you get in this, and you're almost touching the ground, and it's actually responds when you push the accelerator, and
yeah,
all that sort of stuff. So it is different.
There's a definite connection with this. It's not fly-by-wire. You're kind of,
and that's what I like about it. Doesn't have traction control, doesn't have sport mode and normal mode and this and that. It's just, it is what it is, and you deal with it. It's
100%.
You feel very connected to the car.
Does it, do you suffer from front-wheel drive traditional issues like understeer and stuff like that? Like, what's it like on track days, or because of the stance and?
Depends how you drive it. Honda did a really good job, sort of sorting out the suspension.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's the way you drive it. You sort of go into a corner a bit quicker than you think you should.
Yeah.
And lift off, and you can use the throttle to sort of balance it through a corner.
Yeah.
They sort of have a natural lift-off oversteer, so you can sort of tip it in, and the back sort of swings around, and you can sort of drag it back with a bit of front-wheel drive understeer. So
that's interesting.
There's a bit of a knack to driving it on the track. But
yeah.
Day to day, I mean, you're never driving that fast on the road to ever experience any of that. So
yeah, even at these low speeds, we're not even going faster than 60 through the last couple of kilometers, and it even just nice things like roundabouts. Even this, what are we sitting at now? 90,
and yeah, it's doing almost 3,500 RPM.
That's crazy. I had a Celica 3SG 96 Celica, and they have not V-TEC. They have I can't remember the acronym now.
Oh, VVTi.
No, it's before the VVTi. It's like a
TVIS.
Something like that. Yeah. And yeah, that was about 5.5 to 7,000 RPM. You definitely feel a different change in the acceleration. But yeah, 100 kilometers an hour, and that old Celica was 3,500.
Yep.
And this is
there's 3.5 now.
Yeah.
But it's not droning, so I mean that's why I chose the exhaust that's got on it.
Yeah.
It doesn't drone, and when you're just doing open road speed, you're aware of it, but it's not too much of a nuisance.
Yeah.
Most of the noise comes from the intake.
When I grew up, so I'm 30, you're 33, we went through high school, kind of a similar period, all that kind of stuff. I was an NZ Performance Car Magazine kid. I had one at my desk every month. We'd share them around, and Hondas were always, no one respected Hondas.
No,
there was a crew of people that loved them, but they were kind of ignored.
Yeah.
And I remember
it's sort of like rotaries were in the 70s and 80s. All the V8 guys would turn their nose up at a rotary.
Yes.
And I guess in the 90s and early 2000s, rotaries were popular then, but Hondas were sort of that ugly stepchild. It didn't have a turbo.
Yeah.
A lot of the owners would put horrific body kits on it, big chrome wheels, disgusting loud exhausts, and just they got a bad reputation.
And I think there's a lot of people out there that had, a stock rotary or a stock V8 that just sounded cool, but one of these would blitz it. It would destroy it, and it probably didn't help the reputation with the rest of the world because.
No, I mean, while these don't have a lot of power, they are a lot quicker than what they seem on paper in the real world.
So with all the track days and stuff you've been to, have you ever been into anything quite quick, or do you kind of stay away from other people's cars? What's it?
Oh, no, I've been in some quick cars. A good friend of mine, the one who had the Hondas, he's now got a 97 WRX STI Type R. He's got a Mark II Focus RS with 450 odd horsepower, which I've driven.
Yeah.
You know, I've driven those cars. He's now got a BMW 340M Sport.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're definitely a lot quicker than this, but I don't know, this just got something different about it as well.
It does, and I'm noticing here you can drive it up to the highest road legal speed in New Zealand without even touching V-TEC.
Oh yeah, definitely. You just drive it like a normal car.
Yeah. But you wouldn't think that having grown up, and then a lot of guys in school, you know, when we were 16, 15, got these, and all you would hear is just wide open everywhere.
Yeah. You can drive them sensibly. At the end of the day, that's why they develop V-TEC. You have it on the low cam profile, and it just drives like a normal car. It's economical, and it just drives nicely. Then when you go for it, and you get up in the revs, and it's on the high cam profile, then it starts making all the noise. It can be a bit annoying when you just want to pass someone, or you know, going up a hill or something like that, and it's just making all this noise like you're going fast, and you're just trying to drive normally. And they want to change all this road to 80 k's.
Oh, so is this the one that VG's been yarning about?
Yeah. He drives us to work every day.
Okay. Yeah.
I used to as well.
Yeah. We're going through a big thing in New Zealand at the moment where NZTA, the New Zealand Transport Authority or Agency, they're basically reassessing a lot of the speed limits in New Zealand, and it's super unpopular with a lot of obviously car enthusiasts and stuff like that. But in saying that, it's with the general population as well, there are some arguments for and against it, because road quality in New Zealand is quite terrible, having, you know, going through a Southeast Asian, kind of technically not a first world country, and their roads are twice as good as here.
And you notice it in a car like this.
You do.
Stiff suspension, slow, and there's just potholes everywhere.
But then again, there's the argument that when you're going along at 70 to 80 kilometers an hour, you're constantly looking at the speedometer, especially on a big wide open road, to make sure you're not going too fast, and that's arguably a little bit more dangerous than, oh, that sounds nice when you downshift. It's arguably a bit more dangerous than having the speed limit at 100 and just kind of getting everyone out there, but I don't know, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, and these roads we're driving on are largely straight with a slight bend at each end, but oh well, it is what it is.
Yeah. We don't make the rules.
No.
We just break them.
Try and stick to them.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'll give you some V-TEC, eh?
Yeah. That's insane.
So that's only taking it to 6,500 RPM.
Yeah.
And you just don't get a modern car that makes that noise anymore.
No, you don't. Not at all. Oh, what's happening here? The thing.
Bushwalk.
All right, well, that was it. Hope you enjoyed the conversation. If not, go watch another video. You might like that better. Anyway, like, comment, and subscribe if you can. This is Moving Our World. Check out all the links in the description below. There's a whole bunch there. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.
Bye.